persist until the formation of the National Wrestling Alliance in 1948. NWA as a central governing body, with its singular, undisputed world champion, would be absolute and undeniable. This control, combined with the expansion of the interstate highway system, and the inevitable popularity and availability of regional television, would usher in an era of wrestling that was defined by what would come to be known as the territory system. The territory system would dominate wrestling for nearly 4 decades, while the borders, authority, popularity, and obedience of individual NWA territories was in a near constant state of flux. To this day, the impact and influence of these territories is still felt. Each territory had its own signature promoter and star. While it is impossible to cram these characteristics into a static, concrete map, we are damn sure going to try anyway.
So open up your eyes way before it gets too late. Now one man, there's no way you can hit the street lights running, don't give a damn. A simple explanation that you'll never find. Sinners never sacrifice. We never leave love alone. Is hate really worth the price? Look at what we've done. Never care for compromise. Always threatening someone's life, and it feels like the end of the world.
All right, it's Thursday, and you got This Week in Wrestling with the hosts, Mike Monty and Jimmy Farrow. Do you like that intro for This Week in Wrestling? I really like that intro. I've always have.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig the song. It's not bad. Who did it?
I think Aquacherry.
You're a dick. How you doing? How you doing, folks?
Yes.
What's going on? How are you?
No, it's a great song, but I mean, I
had no idea
like the
Aquacherry
intro.
was that deep. I didn't think they could write something like that.
Oh,
Very
they're
interesting.
pretty good.
Yeah. Straight,
had 'em in
straight,
studio.
straight,
You know how they play.
straight to the mop.
Straight.
That's
to
my
the
other
top.
job when I'm not, you know.
Straight to the top.
Yeah.
Wisteria Hall, I always thought you should have added a female to your band.
Oh, yeah?
A hot female.
We're gonna put her on electric tuba.
Did
I mention you're a dick?
Listen, I'm just saying, a woman could help.
Oh yeah, she could help.
A
all
hot
right.
woman.
Yeah, she could. Yeah.
Sexist from the sexist. More sexism by Jimmy Farrow here on a Thursday night.
Actually,
I
you
guess.
suggesting that we need a token female is a bit sexist, but that's okay. Go ahead. Enjoy your
I'm
your beverage that you're not supposed to be drinking on there.
All I'm trying to do is help. Help the cause.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, but when it's a lost cause, you really can only help so much. I'm sorry.
First of all, it's not a lost cause.
Oh, it's completely.
It's great
well,
music
not
with
the
a great
band.
band.
I'm talking about the guy who sings sometimes.
No, you're
Thankfully,
good.
the other guys got it more
In
together
fact,
than I do.
I've had a lot of people tell me that you're a very good singer.
Oh, I appreciate
I
that.
think you're a good singer.
Oh, thank you. Let's quit while I'm way ahead.
But I think
I said let's quit while I'm way ahead. Talk
all
wrestling.
I was saying
Talk wrestling.
was I thought, oh my God.
I keep trying to think and nothing goes on. Nothing. It's just a big void.
All right, well, you know, it's kind of This Week in Wrestling, but it's
of?
kind of
Wait, no guest?
no guest.
Damn. All
No
right.
guest
I
today.
can sit on the couch. We can interview me.
No,
How about Abe? Abe, sit on the couch. We'll
you
interview
stay
you.
right here
All
at
right.
this
I
table.
will stay right here at this table.
CM Punk terminated All Elite Wrestling. AEW has terminated the wrestler and the employment agreements between Phillip Brooks, CM Punk, and AEW with cause effective immediately.
God.
The termination was confirmed today by Tony Khan. It actually wasn't today, but it was
I got
earlier in
you.
the week.
I got you.
CEO, general manager, and head of creative AEW. Farrow, I know you have some interesting thoughts on this one.
Well, you know, how long have we been saying that he's letting the inmates run the asylum? And by the way, this solves nothing. The inmates still run the asylum. He just got rid of one of the loudest inmates. That's basically how that goes for me. Congratulations on creating an entire show around CM Punk, because Collision is now going to go down the shitter like a bad toilet in Flushing.
Well, it's already started, but
Yes.
give Tony Khan a little bit of credit.
Nope.
Come on, wait a minute.
Dumb.
Hold on.
Dumb.
You can't.
Who's worth more money, Perry or Punk, to your wallet, if you're the owner? dumb. You tell Perry you don't get on the camera, stare into it, and provoke your main draw. The guy who gives you 1 million views almost any time he's on the program. You fucked up, Tony.
First of all, let's not.
If you had
it's
more
not
of a
1
grip
million
on
views.
things,
It's not 1 million
well,
views.
let's put it this way: when they clear over 1 million, it's usually because there's a guy named CM Punk on the show. Let's be fair.
But wait a minute, the guy has caused problems since he's been there, though.
Right, but you knew what you were getting when you hired him.
Oh, so you're saying that you knew you were gonna have a problem child, and
We
it was
made
okay.
fun of Phil way before he even wound up in AEW.
I understand.
Did we or did we not?
We did.
Did we call him the squeaky wheel that never stops squeaking? Did we or
Absolutely.
did we not?
Absolutely.
Okay, so when you know what you're getting into when you get into it, and then afterwards decide to do this because you picked a guy who couldn't draw a flea, it's bad business, dude.
So Phil doesn't have any
Phil's a
responsibility.
jackass.
But he has no. I'm
Of
being
course
paid
he
good
does.
money, right?
Of course he does.
So what? As an owner,
Phil's a jackass.
and as a boss, at what point do you say you got to cut bait? You
gotta
understand that's going to
realize-
hurt your project.
But you have to realize that you're not running the company. You're letting the guys run the company. And I got news for you. Someone else is going to come in and
maybe-
go, hey, by the way, the fact that he lets this certain little clique run the company
ahead.
is the reason why Cody Rhodes is gone. Okay? So you've lost Cody Rhodes. You can't keep anyone in control. And now you've lost CM Punk because you had no handle on any of these guys in the locker room. Where the F does Perry get off? What has he accomplished in this business? What has he accomplished? Absolutely nothing. Look at that, baby. I'm bigger than this MFer. Okay? What has he accomplished? And you're going to let this punk... Yeah, how you like that for irony? You're going to let this punk walk up to the camera live and talk shit to your number one draw. I think they all suck, quite honestly. I would have fucking rounded them all up a long time ago and said, I'm the boss. You would have done the same
But
thing.
hold on.
I'm the boss.
This is a guy-
I'm in charge.
this is a young
Cut
guy.
the shit, fall in line, or get the fuck out.
This is a young guy with
Wow.
daddy's money.
I feel pretty good
that's
after that.
That's learning the business
Right.
and learning how to run a company.
Yeah.
I imagine as a GM.
How many years has he owned the company now? How many years is he going to need before he figures it out?
Well, baby, he's starting to figure it out.
Oh, great.
Listen, this isn't pro Tony Khan conversation.
I would hope
All
not.
I'm saying to you is maybe he's realizing this is how I have to be a leader. Do you think that
What
the
took him
rest,
so long?
Do you think the rest of the crew now goes, oh, wait a minute, Tony might be for real? He just
No,
fired CM
I
Punk."
think the rest of the company's going, yeah, it looks like the guys in the clique in AEW are getting
So
their
the
way.
click, another click.
I say, yeah, hello? It's been a click for the whole time. Cody got the hell out of there. Cody Rhodes left because of the dynamics in the locker room and the lack of leadership from the owner. And that wasn't enough to give you a warning? You lost Cody Rhodes. He main evented WrestleMania. Wake up, Tony. You woke up too late. And even if you have
All right,
woken up...
wait a minute. Do you think also part of the
Woo!
problem is, right?
Damn.
In any business, right? You have.
Yeah.
Well, we'll start with the military first, right?
Oh, geez.
You have your
Do we have to?
squad
All right.
leader.
Yeah, sure.
Then you have your your troop leader, and then your sergeant, and on and on and on. Right.
Right.
So.
You think General MacArthur let his soldiers
but
do all the...
no, the question is,
Don't
did
think
General
so.
MacArthur even speak to the soldiers? So my point is, Vince has people working for him that can control said individuals
You know something,
before
though?
it even gets
but
that
here's
far.
the whole thing, though. If it does even slightly get out of control, and I read several quotes from people who work with the WWE locker room, Vince would never allow this crap. He would have intervened a long time ago if he thought even for the slightest second that the wrestlers are going into business in the locker room for themselves and forming their own little shit.
Okay, but the business.
Okay, unless he approved of it, which was back in the day of Michaels and Hall and the rest of it, because he approved of it. You know, did it take his company down? It almost did, didn't it?
But
Didn't it?
But
And then they freaking left
Vince
and went to the other
had
side.
agents and Pat Patterson and Tony
Right,
Gurria,
right.
and
Right.
someone that can control
Right.
a CM
Where's
Punk.
Jericho
maybe.
and Daniel Bryan to keep things in line with all these guys? I thought that they're supposed to be such great locker room leaders. Doesn't sound like it to me. Fair?
That's a great.
Doesn't
comment.
sound like it to me. You think the Undertaker would have let this crap happen in the locker room? That's another problem. There's no Undertaker in that locker room.
Well, so there you talk about leaders through the group.
Thank
That's
you.
a great comment.
Where are they?
R.J. Hudson says Punk had a point, but have to handle things a different way.
Absolutely.
He's the common denominator in a lot of problems.
Yep.
So, I knew eventually Tony would have to fire him.
Right.
So that's a
I
great,
agree.
right?
I don't
Sooner
disagree
or
with
later, you
one
gotta
syllable.
go. And you're right. Who is Perry? He's nobody.
Who the hell is
I
this?
get it.
Right.
But you have to go. This is the main cancer in
Right.
the body right now.
It's part of it. They
may
have
I
not
ask you
cut out
this?
the whole disease. That's for
You know,
shit
a
sure.
lot of people are like, oh, well, he made them a lot of money. You just said, hey, he made them a lot of views. But in factuality, he really didn't move the needle. We spoke about that. He moved the needle
A little bit. Right, a little bit.
So is a little worth dealing with this shit?
Honestly, this is really going to hurt them badly.
Well, because they don't have another superstar.
Yeah, they have problems.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Once again, though, this is a WWE legend that they had problems with. So once again, all you're doing is borrowing, begging, and stealing.
Well, it's really pretty simple,
the way
Jimmy.
it goes.
They're going from an 80,000 person event.
Just completely.
Which
This was the worst.
The New York one that's coming around at Arthur Ashe has got 6,500 tickets sold right now.
Can you say damage control? What Tony Khan should have done a long time ago is recognize this disease that's in his locker room and to not have damage control fresh off of a great gig, right? 80,000 at Wembley, that's a great gig, you know? You don't damage control. You let this all come out public, and then you fire your
I think he's
wow.
I think
what a
he's
mess.
also stupefist. I want to read Luce's comment
Sure.
out there.
What's up, Luce?
Perry is better as a heel, but a mid-carder at best.
Correct.
Listen, at 150
Agreed.
pounds, that's all you can be. Let's be honest.
Did
here.
you see the gun on me compared to him?
You're much bigger than
He's
him.
got a water pistol.
Here's the other thing I think Tony Khan made a
Unbelievable.
mistake. Coming out of an 80,000 person event,
Yeah.
let it smolder.
Yeah.
Don't go to another pay-per-view and another pay-per-view.
Dumb.
Let people go, ooh,
Dumb.
let me wait.
That was
It's like
ridiculous to
you
have.
are oversaturating yourself with the same group of guys.
Could you imagine the week after WrestleMania 3 if Vince was stupid enough to ask the public for more money? For another one?
No, it's crazy.
There's no build up there. That was just dumb. That was dumb and impulsive, you know? I understand he's trying things. That's fine, Tony, but come on, dude. At least study the model. There are things you can take from history that can help you immensely if you paid attention.
AEW's Tony Khan says he felt safety were at a risk at CM Punk altercation.
Oh, yeah, Punk's gonna
Tony
beat up
Khan addressed the
everybody.
AEW collision crowd and said he had to do something and he didn't want to have to do, but he's sorry that if anyone's upset.
Right.
It was the first time he feared for safety at a show,
Right.
and people don't work here to
Okay.
be put in danger.
So
Thoughts on that?
So when a dog was getting its teeth knocked out, CM Punk's dog,
Right.
at that huge scrap that happened last year, he didn't fear for anyone's safety or security. That fight was much worse than CM Punk choking out Tennis Boy one-on-one. That was way worse. So, Tony, you're lost. Okay?
Well,
you're lost, Tony.
look,
you
you-
waited
you-
too long to get a grip on
You
this, and
cannot
now you
have
think
a
you've got a
hostile-
grip on
you
it,
cannot
but
have
you
a-
really don't.
You can't have a
You know?
hostile work environment
No, of course not.
in the world, right?
I totally agree. Of course not. You know? Can't
You're
disagree
really-
with-
you're
can't
really
disagree with
pro-Punk
that.
on this one,
I'm
though,
not pro-Punk at all. I think Punk's a jackass too. I would be if I could say something to him right now. I'd be like, "Why are you never happy? Why are you never happy?"
it made me think.
I don't get why you have to be so miserable and self-destructive and destructive to everybody else around you. You're
You
miserable.
know how much I love the documentaries, and there's that CM Punk WWE documentary that's out there, and he even gets into it with his family, and
Right.
he moves out and moves in with
Yeah, he's
his
just-
not girlfriend, but his girlfriend, actual friend,
Right.
the mother's house.
Right.
It's like this
Fights
guy
with everybody.
this guy's a problem.
He is. I'm not saying he's not.
So then
You don't think he's disappointed me massively? You know what a
Oh,
big
no,
fan I was
I
of
know
him 10
he
years
has.
ago?
I know he has.
I was.
But I thought you would,
Huge
we're,
fan
we're
of his
both
10
not
years
big
ago.
fans of Tony Khan, but I
No.
at least give him kudos for having enough guts to say that's it, I'm done.
Okay, finally, but way too late.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't handle anything right. And I say that there are going to be plenty more wrestlers who are going to come in and going to take a look at the Omega and Young Buck connection to this company and go, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. You lost Cody Rhodes over it. You couldn't figure out then that it was bullshit. Wrestlers don't want to report to other wrestlers. Okay? They don't.
Why does he put such the Young Bucks and
Because they're the ones who started this whole thing with
But
him.
it's like, why are you putting him at such a high level?
Have no idea. Have no idea. They're clearly not good bookers.
I mean, do you think that? Do you think the Young Bucks, like, if they got fired, like the WWE, like, oh, we got to get these guys? I don't think so.
Not at this point, no.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
Not at this point, no.
Kenny Omega, you think they're running off to get Kenny Omega if he gets fired?
No, because all it would do is actually give value to that brand anyway.
Yeah,
so the
that's,
answer's
that's
no.
a great point.
The answer's no.
Yeah, you can't be bringing
You know,
guys from.
I had this wonderful little wrestling fantasy in my head that they were going to show Punk walking out of Wembley, right? He's got his backpack. You don't see what's on the backpack. Walking out of Wembley, he's got the backpack. He's got the AEW Real World title. Throws it on a fucking street, and as he's walking away, it has a WWE logo on it.
It's good story.
I like it, but it ain't happening.
Well, I don't know. Want to pop up that picture I sent you there, AB? Let's see if you think about this, Jimmy.
What do you got?
If you were, maybe this is your dream, and maybe it will
I don't have
happen.
any more
If he
dreams
pulls
when it
up,
comes to CM Punk
we'll
at
see
this
it.
point.
But
You know.
let me read something. Jay Will says the most impulsive thing done in the last 30 years was WCW rushing Hogan versus Goldberg. Instead of 40,000 at a dome, it could have been 70,000. Absolutely.
I still
that
like
was
that.
like
I still like
need
that
ratings.
though. I still like that though. I like that match, and I like the Georgia
But shouldn't
Dome,
it have
and I
been a
like the
double
Phil-
disqualification and then have the rematch?
I don't like to rewrite history. I remember when I was watching it.
You said this is
I
great.
loved it. I tuned in and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And I never thought to myself at the time, why is this not on a pay-per-view?
I honestly did. I said this.
I didn't.
I thought to myself,
But I get it
They're
if you
killing
did.
the product. Like you're just giving this match for free.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
one way or the
wow.
other, they were killing the product anyway. It wasn't going to really save anything. You really think it would have saved anything in the end, folks? The answer is no. You know.
Well,
What is
that's
Abe
true.
looking for? Like the hidden scriptures
I
from the
have, no,
Dead Sea?
I haven't seen it yet. I
Is
sent
it
it
the
to him
Dead
on his
Sea
phone.
Scrolls?
It's coming up now.
Or,
No, it's not. I don't even see it.
yeah.
There it is.
Okay, so what do you got?
Do you
Is
think
that Punk
this-
and Roman?
At the Royal Rumble, is this what you're looking at when you saw WWE on the back?
No, I got to be honest. I wasn't really looking at that. What I was looking at was the reformation of the Shield, and Punk comes in.
The Shield.
Yeah, why not?
Who's there? It's
Rollins, Reigns, and Punk. Moxley
Oh,
stays
so
in there.
Reigns leaves the bloodline and goes with
No,
CM
the
Punk.
bloodline falls apart, and Reigns needs reinforcements.
I'll just
got to
take-
admit, it ain't too
I'll
bad.
just take Royal Rumble CM Punk one time only.
Yeah, but Cody's got to finish his story. Would you imagine if they did that to Cody Rhodes? CM Punk comes back, and he's like, "Well, you'll finish your
Well,
story
you can't
next
bring him
year."
back, and he can lose the Roman.
How about
I mean,
a
it doesn't
triple?
have to
How about
be
a triple
Roman.
threat? Reigns, Punk, Rhodes,
Hmm.
WrestleMania. Would you take that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
absolutely.
he still has drawing power, this little bastard.
He has
Doesn't he?
wait a minute. He has drawing power for me against certain individuals
Right.
where there's a story.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So seeing CM
Gotcha.
Punk against Samoa Joe had me. I was not interested one.
That's a
iota.
Ring of Honor story.
However,
going way
last
back.
night Samoa
that's
Joe and MJF got into it a little bit.
Yeah, mhm.
And
Why don't I care?
I was a little interested.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Because Samoa Joe to me against a smaller guy like MJF
Has a shot.
Has a shot.
He's losing.
Yeah, well,
We both know it. Yeah.
this is true.
Yeah, it is what it is.
This is true.
Some things are just predictable, I guess.
Some things are just
They're just predictable.
Hey, you never know, man.
That's right. Samoa Joe, new champion.
So you spoke about what's going to happen to CM Punk and what's going to happen to AEW.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Saturday night's episode, this was last Saturday, of Collision averaged 345,000 viewers. It's the lowest audience total the show has drawn in its brief history.
Yeah, that's a great idea, firing him. Firing the guy that you made the show after.
Collision drew
Great
a
idea.
.11 rating, an 18 to 49 demo, and a 31.3
Yeah.
percent from the prior week. It also the lowest rating in history of the show. It matches the 1849 rating Rampage did the
Wow,
night
and Rampage
before.
is lame. Don't forget also, it's the return of college football this past weekend.
That's you got
and these ding-dongs put themselves up against college football. You're going to lose.
well because they're listening to the fans, like
Right.
the older fans, like Dave LaGreca. Oh, I'd love to see 605 again. I love those days.
Yeah, you know what I'd love to see this past weekend? The Florida State Seminoles beating the crap out of their opponent. That worked for me. So basically, bad move to go head-to-head
Wow.
against college
Someone's
football.
also a Florida State Seminole fan.
That's
I
right.
didn't see that one coming.
That's right.
I didn't see that one
You
coming.
should.
But I should have.
You should have, because we don't care about college football in New
I'm
York,
sure-
but where I'm going,
I'm-
we care
I'm
about
sure-
college
I'm
football.
Sure you might even become a Tampa Bay and a Miami
Nope,
fan. in another
absolutely
week.
not. Nope.
else?
Jets. Nope, that doesn't work. There's no college football team up here in New York.
I cannot believe.
I want to watch
All of a
college
sudden,
football.
you're a Seminole fan.
That's right.
And the only reason I didn't know this was coming from you, but
Right.
I do know a particular person that posts nonstop on Facebook about
The Seminoles.
Seminole football.
That's right.
So, stupid
You-
me.
you-
Stupid
what
me.
were you
Not
thinking?
even
You should have been able to
realizing.
realize
I
this.
should have realized.
Yeah.
Farrell will go where the wind blows. You
I will go.
You like those
Now,
little puffy things.
wait a
on
minute,
the-
though.
on the
Why are
ground,
you
those
not
white
asking me
things.
why I didn't root for the Gators or the Miami Hurricane? I was born in the Miami area. How
So
come
let
not?
me feed into this question. How come you haven't rooted for the Gators?
Because I haven't lived in Florida until I'm about to. Okay, so Florida meant absolutely nothing to me when it came to sports teams.
Okay.
But now that I'm going there, I'm keeping all the New York teams that I've always rooted for.
For now.
Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. In what sane world would I go, I don't think I'll root for the Yankees. I think I
Because
want to
if
be a
the- if-
Marlins
if-
fan?
because if the Jets
Are you out of
shit the
your mind?
bed-
Nah, it doesn't matter.
if the
They've
Jets shit
tortured
the
me my
bed-
whole life. I'm staying.
If the
That's all
Jets,
there is
if
to
the
it.
Jets shit the bed,
Yeah, go Seminoles.
and
I
then
just flip
if
over
the
to
Jets shit the
college.
bed and the Dolphins are winning the
No,
division, you're gonna be like,
absolutely not.
it's because I'm in Florida.
No.
They're winning. You
No.
say, I am. Good luck,
And you know what's
Monty.
going to happen
Ring.
too when the Jets actually do get something done of note? You're going to be like, I knew you had to leave New York to have this happen.
Well, you know that's coming.
So either way,
no, to be honest with you,
Yeah,
if
go
you
ahead.
do leave New York
Yeah.
and the Jets start winning,
stay in Florida.
stay in Florida, bro.
Okay, no problem.
As much as I love you,
That's fine.
stay there.
And I'm going to stay a Jet fan too, so that's going to stay.
Yeah, but you're so far removed.
No,
that
I'm not.
Your
Dude, half the
juju-
Jet fan
your
base
juju-
moves down to Florida.
Yeah, but your juju
What are you
won't
calling a
reach you.
juju?
Not that juju, the juju. That's pretty funny. Little serious
Go
note.
Jets, go Knowles. That's
Bray
all there is
Wyatt
to it.
wasn't wearing
Yeah.
the doctor-recommended heart defibrillator when
What's
his
that?
fiancee,
Would that
Bray
have
Wyatt, was
mattered?
reportedly not wearing
know anymore.
his doctor-recommended heart defibrillator at the time of his tragic death.
Does that matter, Mike?
Con,
I mean, seriously.
does it matter?
Does it matter? Would it have gone off? Would someone have heard it? I just don't know how these things work.
Well, first of all, the defibrillator goes off, but it also tries to shock your heart.
so it tries to help you.
Right,
Why
it
did
tries to help
Why
you.
did he take it off?
Well, I was looking at them because I
Yeah.
was wondering why it wasn't, and it doesn't
Yeah.
look very comfortable.
Okay.
But I would tell you this. This is what I don't understand. And you know what? Maybe we'll ask Barry Windham when he's in here. And
Okay.
He probably can't answer it, but
Okay.
if you're concerned enough that you're going to the doctor like this and your doctor says,
You better wear
I
this.
need you to wear this,
I'm going to wear it.
then why aren't you wearing it?
Yeah, I would have worn it.
Because, like, I get it if you don't go to the doctor, you're like, fuck it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you're in effort mode and you haven't
Yeah,
gone to
like
a doctor,
I've had enough.
you just right.
I just want to live my life. I
Sure.
totally get it.
Sure.
But it's like you were concerned enough to go to the doctor, so or been going to the doctor. And I'm not trying to victim shame here. Because
No,
I'm,
we really.
you
I
know,
really don't know if it would have made a difference. I don't-
and that's factual too, dude. You
I
don't
have
know.
no
You don't know if it
idea.
would have saved his
I mean, if you want to
life.
start doing that, we could go. Why didn't JoJo walk in and go? Why do you not have that on?
It's a good question.
You know,
That's a great question.
I mean,
You think that's something that JoJo might be living with right now? Like, why didn't I make him
and
wear
if
it?
she's thinking
Maybe
that, I
they had
wouldn't
an
blame her
argument
for
about
thinking
it.
that.
I
But don't
know.
think that, JoJo, because either way, this couldn't be helped. I don't think. I don't think it would have saved them anyway. That
You don't know.
I don't know.
But
you
you
know
would
what I
have
mean?
like you. Let me put it this way.
Ugh.
I think I read percentages on a defibrillator when
Okay.
it first goes off.
Is it
it's a
good?
90% chance
Oh,
of
come
heart
on, Bray.
recovery.
Why didn't you freaking wear it then?
I'm just telling you what I think I wrote.
And at
I read.
36, you'd think that a younger body would respond well to it if it's
Well,
getting a jolt or something.
clearly-
Jeez.
Clearly, I
Young
have
man.
to think this: if he was
Young
in that
man.
kind of shape, he was not coming back to the ring. And kudos to the WWE for not revealing all
Right.
this.
No, they kept it
right
private.
because everybody's like, "Oh, Vince is
kept it
mad at
private.
him, and
Right.
he's mad, and
Right.
this."
There
and
would have
that.
been a locker room brawl over his condition in AEW. Did you hear? They all start punching each other. Tony, calm down, my security.
Oh,
I have to
Jesus
find the
Christ.
joke in there because it's sad. It's sad. It really is.
I don't
Too
know.
soon, too young, too bad.
Becky Lynch
Ugh.
challenging Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton on facing
Stop.
Becky Lynch.
Stop. Tiffany Stratton. What do you think of Tiffany Stratton?
I think this is a future superstar.
Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to get your vibe. Okay, so what's
well,
going
let me
on?
ask you this.
Like, wow.
When NXT went from the black and gold way back, and look, I'm not knocking you, but they went to the sploosh.
That stupid 2.0
right? You were
thing.
like, I'm done. They've destroyed the product
Yeah, but
I
then
love.
they returned it, though. You got to
But
fill
still
in the
the
rest of
sploosh.
it.
Still
No, it's
sploosh.
not. It's the black and gold again, man. It is. Come on, dude. It's not what it was. That was horrible.
I got to tell you, it's a very good programming.
It is
and
again.
they're very intelligent in bringing the WWE main roster talent into the mix.
Did you catch the rating? 673,000 viewers this week for NXT compared to 345 for the CM
Not
Punk
bad.
show.
Not bad.
That's almost twice as.
So now we're sure that the Wednesday night
I guess the
wars,
Wednesday
or the
night
Tuesday,
war is not
Wednesday-
necessarily completely over,
It
is it?
isn't. That's what
You
I'm
know?
saying.
Isn't that interesting?
I got to tell you, very
that
smart
interesting.
bringing in WWE talent. And
Dominic?
thoughts on Becky Lynch now challenging for the NXT
Very cool.
title.
Why not?
Where
You
does
know?
the WWE go with this? Does she take that belt from Tiffany?
I think she will because she hasn't had all the belts, and this is the last of Becky's belt quest. So sure, she can win the NXT title. Why not? You know, and they may have Stratton beat her back. Don't you see what kind of great rub and exposure this is for Stratton?
Either which way,
This is
Stratton wins.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely. Becky's clearly not going to remain an NXT champion. Not for a long time, I wouldn't think at all. So it's basically get Stratton
Will the Pharaoh be watching?
I think I might watch Stratton and Lynch. Yeah.
I think it's worth
I
watching.
might.
Good
Absolutely.
for you.
Considering that the pay-per-view, which we will get to, had an amazing match with Trish and
Yeah, we'll get to that down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, a little props to Gunther. We'll break Honky Tonk's Man WWE Intercontinental title with a victory over Chad Gable.
Very nice.
Gunther defeated Chad Gable on Monday night's episode of WWE Raw to retain the Intercontinental Championship, and this will ensure that he will surpass
Very nice.
the icon Honky Tonk
He
Man.
deserves it.
Thoughts on the Gable match, though?
Oh,
Was there
great.
any point that you thought Gable
No.
might? I did.
No.
They got me.
No. Shush, please.
They got me.
No, I didn't think he was going to win it.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's not in the script, but I
Gable's
got to tell
great,
you.
by the way.
Did you watch that Kurt Angle documentary on Peacock?
No, I have not.
All right, guys. Anybody out there? You got to watch this.
Okay.
Again, WWE, just for the documentaries alone. Forget about everything
they
else.
kill it.
It's just
The Cody one was
so.
wonderful.
Here's their approach with the Kurt Angle thing.
Yeah.
About half the documentary is clearly on his high school Olympic run as a amateur wrestler.
Okay.
This guy, you don't realize how amazing he is as an athlete.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, when you win the gold medal with a broken friggin' neck, you gotta see the drive behind
but
the
when
athlete.
you see the documentary
Guys, it's
and you
unbelievable.
see what's going, like you see the story unfold in front of you.
Right.
Even my wife, who's is not a big wrestling fan, right?
Yeah, how could you-
She's watching this.
How
and
could you not be interested
It's
in that?
like
Right.
and he was in Foxcatcher, and he knew Schultz, who was murdered by DuPont, and it's like, oh my God. And then they talk about his WWE career, and it kind of gets a little, because I'm just
Right.
like, they're showing all like how he comes up and everything else.
Right, but you
then
already
they-
had lived through watching that. It was the stuff you didn't know about
Well,
that you found
then
even
they
more
go into his
intriguing.
drug addiction.
Oh, here we go.
And the loss of his sister, who died of a heroin
Oh
overdose.
boy.
And I got to tell you, Jimmy, kudos again to whoever makes these documentaries. You loved the Cody Rhodes one, right?
Yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it very, very much. It was excellent. Excellent.
This Kurt Angle one. Again, I could go through the list from the Pillman to Mr. Perfect to Scott Hall.
Is Kurt Angle one of the 10 greatest wrestlers in the history of the business?
So here's the funny thing. I think to myself, time kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because as time goes on, we forget how good
Certain ones were.
certain one was.
Right.
Like, Hogan still, but even Hogan, when you talk about Hogan now, people go, Hogan was good, but there's so many guys that were better. It's like people forget
Yeah.
like what this guy was,
Right. Right.
Is Kurt Angle? Yes. Now that I'm
Now that you've seen
revisiting
that.
it, I'm like,
I can
holy
see him
cow.
clearly easily being in many people's top 10s.
Is he in your top 10?
I have no idea. I'll have to really sit down and think about
When
it.
you watch the documentary, come back next week and
He's
tell me
number
what you think.
one. Screw Hogan. There's no talent.
Greatest of all time.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I think he's one of the all-time greats. Where he sits,
He
that
broke
would-
his neck like 7 times.
It's ridiculous. How is he not walking? How's he walking?
His coach says in the documentary, the doctor goes, you can't break a guy's neck that doesn't have a neck.
That's true. Where is his neck?
He has no neck. It was just
Right.
like,
Right. Yeah, he was like a head with shoulders. Head and shoulders.
but
Never mind.
I don't know, man. I was also thinking like, here's this guy, and Ronda Rousey's on it, and she talks about, you win this gold medal, and it's all you've been waiting the rest of your life. And all of a sudden you're sitting, because you remember Ronda Rousey, she's sitting there with the gold medal, and she's sitting in a car because she had no money.
Right.
She lived in a car with her mother
Right.
with no money at all.
Right.
And she's like, you win this gold medal, and it's like, now what?
Right.
I don't want to veer the show off, but here's a question for you, right? You've watched all the Rocky movies, right?
I think I have pretty much.
All right,
I
so-
havenin seen the later ones, the
All right,
Apollo ones, and all that other
All
stuff.
right, no, I'm gonna try to.
Creed.
So do you remember the one when Rocky V when he fights Tommy Gunn?
I did not like
Tommy
that one.
Morrison. You
Yeah.
didn't like it, but did
No.
you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
The question I have for
I've
you
buried
is,
a lot of that in my mind, though. I
I
hated
got
the
you,
ending.
But he leaves Russia after defending this country, and
Right.
he's pretty much brain
And he's
dead,
nowhere. Yeah.
Right, and meanwhile his accountant steals all his money. Now
Right.
he's broke. He has to go back to the streets of Philadelphia. And then I thought about Joe Louis, same situation, kind of, right? This guy fought the Nazi Bach, Max Schmeling, right?
Right,
and
right, right.
Beats him.
Right.
Do you think at some point the government should step in and go, "This is an American hero. Let me give him a couple of $1 million."
Government doesn't give a damn.
No, but like in Jimmy
Do I think they
Farrow's
should?
mind,
Yeah,
like you're an
there's
Olympic gold medalist.
There's a lot of they shoulds. Someone should have intervened and stopped Bruce Jenner before he ruined his decathlon image. What are you doing? Take that thing off between your legs. What are you doing? What? What? Save an American hero! What are you talking about?
That's a
Oh, I'm
different
just
situation.
joking, folks. Don't wet yourselves at home. Anyway, no, you're right. Joe Lou should have been stepped in for and helped. But hey, here's an American icon that nobody bothered to save. What about Marilyn? Oh, I'm sorry. The president was probably trying to get rid of her.
You mean Marilyn Monroe?
She's an American icon.
She had tons of money, dude.
Yeah, she's a mess.
I'm talking about like Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey, who are broke dick, right?
Right.
They have no friggin' money.
Right.
They defend, they win a gold medal for this country.
Dude, do you realize-
Rocky Balboa fights this giant Russian who crushes his
Right.
brain.
Right.
And it's like, hey, your accountant stole all your money. Go
Right.
back to Philadelphia.
Right.
And now
You know
he's
what,
living on
though?
the streets.
You know what, though? We need a total alignment of our values anyway. Do you know how many homeless people are on the street right now on the verge of dying and will die? Help the guy with the Olympic medal? How about help everybody, man? Just start helping everybody. What a joke.
Good question.
You know? Unbelievable.
R.J. Hudson says, yeah, the government should for Kurt, but was too busy sending money to the Ukraine and Iran.
Interesting.
Jimmy, you're right. We got to do more for our,
Yeah,
our,
we don't-
our,
we
our
don't-
vets,
we
and
don't-
we've got to do more
We're-
for the homeless here.
We're not humanitarian at all. I mean, at the end of the day, sure, there are individuals, some individuals are, but as a collective whole, society looks the other way.
All right, quick payback results.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch beats Trish Stratus. Thoughts?
Great
Match of the year?
Great match. I don't know about match of the year. I have to stop and think about all these matches from this year. Excellent match.
What was your
loved
favorite-
it.
what was your
loved
favorite
it,
part of that
loved it.
match?
I just loved everything about it. I thought it was just a real
How about the
epic
suplex
match.
off the top of the cage?
That was insane.
And you know what my wife says to me? She goes,
Why do I like Zoe so
why?
much, too?
Zoe's pretty damn good,
What is wrong
dude.
with me? I really
but
like
you know
Zoe.
what? Monday night they have her lose to Shayna. So
What was? Oh, you're right. Did she tap out on top
tapped
of it?
out. Yeah.
What
Well,
is-
this year I don't think she's passed out. She might have
she
passed,
passed out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's done.
My whole point is you're trying to build Shayna. I get it. Why put Zoe against Shayna then? Like, why do it?
Right.
Like, just
You just
keep
made
them
her
away
look-
from
you-
each other.
Yeah, you're supposed to keep her looking strong so she can go.
Unless
into this.
something's going to happen. But I got to tell you, my wife goes, why would Trish Stratus at this point in her life do this? And I realized, I said to her, you know what? These guys, it's in their blood.
It is.
They need to see hear the 80,000 people scream their
And
name.
here's the best part, though. It's not like when we looked at old Ric Flair going, "Why are you still doing this?" Trish is great still.
Oh my God!
She's still great. So why wouldn't
And if
she?
anybody questioned Becky Lynch's skills
Oh,
at any
please,
point,
Becky Lynch is one of the all-time greatest, if not the greatest. You know?
wow,
Isn't she?
over Charlotte.
No. I said, if not the greatest. That's up for, I can see people debating that.
Okay, I gotcha.
To me, Charlotte is always going to be
Fair
the
enough.
best.
The Miz against LA Knight. LA Knight beating the Miz. Thoughts on that match?
Entertaining. It served its purpose. By the way, you know what I thought was
good
really
move
funny?
putting Cena in there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was great. Special referee John Cena, very cool. Earlier, before that pay-per-view, I think it was the previous episode during the week, did you see Mrs. Imitation of LA Knight?
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
The Miz is
This is great.
Is Miz one of the all-time greats?
No, but he's one of the all-time WWE guys. I mean, of his generation, yeah. I'm not going to get carried away, though, and call him one of the
50?
all-time greats. That's rough. Maybe not. Maybe not.
How about top 50 heels?
Maybe.
How about
maybe.
top 20 mic men?
I don't know. Wow, that's a good one. We would really have to think about the greatest.
But
he's
You
excellent.
could think that he's up there. It could possibly
sure.
happen. Yeah, sure.
He's excellent.
All right,
he is
good.
excellent.
Good to hear. United States Championship, Rey Mysterio beats Austin Theory.
Fucking
That
horrible.
shocked me,
Who
dude.
cares anyway?
Like, I'm not getting
the
that at
United
all.
States
good match,
title.
though. It was good.
The United States title is aburrido. Did you like that? That means boring. The
I
whole
was going to
damn
say,
thing.
I thought maybe you would say it was loquacious.
No, it was not. We're back to Laquisha.
I'm
Let me
just-
go get my pajamas. I'll be right back. Jesus God, I'm gonna go get my jammies. Abe, they wrote in this past week that you had a chubby. Would you like to refute that? By the way.
Save it for the next show.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
We got a whole
Abe, you have a whole in between show
Yeah,
to
we
think
got a
about
whole
whether
show
or
to
not
think
you had
on
a
that.
chubby. Poor Abe. He's just sitting there trying to do the show. Somebody
why-
writes in, Abe got it chubby. Jesus Christ, man. Boy, Abe, the risk you run being our producer, I'm telling you, you're minding your own business.
And by the way, there's nothing to be ashamed about
It's
having
funny,
a chubby.
Abe.
There is not.
Oh, by the way, Abe, I used your hand as a highlight to open up this week's cable version, too.
You know what? By the way, I got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed.
Why?
I thought it should have opened up with the
What?
jumping Jim Brunzel.
That was pretty goddamn funny.
It was pretty.
You know what,
In fact,
though?
I got to tell you something.
Gotta give me a
you
little,
you are the salesman I thought you were.
Yeah.
Because where you pick up the book and you're like, yeah, this is Jim Brunzel. Very well done, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Thank you.
well done.
Thank you.
And but yeah, I was a little surprised.
So I should be on QVC with Mitch Seinfeld?
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
what I thought
What am I
was,
selling?
Well,
Chubbies?
first I thought usually Farrell and Bart, when they put the cable, because everybody knows we're on New York cable, we were seen by over 150,000 fans. And
That's
by the way, I
correct.
got
But-
the new schedule.
And you said I know how to sell.
Right.
Continue.
But Jimmy and Bart usually pick the perfect opener for the show.
Yeah.
But this one, I was a little surprised.
Yes,
I was surprised you went with the salty hand.
You ate sushi? So was I, but honestly, it's a different one than most openers because you can usually find those openers in the show itself afterwards.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You cannot find that one
I
in
did
the show.
notice that. Usually it's the Easter egg.
Yeah, I
for the
just
show.
I just caught that at the end, and I'm like, put that in. That's hilarious.
All right, good. Good stuff.
I've been slightly distracted.
And
this
by the
week
way,
anyway,
at the
so-
regular show, guys, you guys want to tune in because there's a lot to be said, and it's not going to be good.
By the way, can I bitch for a second?
Go ahead.
Austin Theory has fallen into Never Never Land.
I don't think so.
We
but
were
I,
so
I,
high on him, though. What
yeah,
the hell
but
happened
but
here?
My thought was Rey Mysterio. Like, Rey's done enough. Unless you're going to have Dominic
Right.
take the United
know it-
States Championship, it means nothing.
Right.
It auto-corrects itself if Dominic wins the United States
I honestly think they're
Championship.
keeping Mysterio legitimate until they're satisfied with the final completion, putting over of his son. And then Ray will be told,
Hasta
see ya.
luego. Speaking of the Judgment Day, the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the Unified Tag Team Championship.
Right.
Good move.
I guess for Judgment Day, if that's their plan, that's fine.
Were you disappointed in that?
Of course I was. I like Kevin Owens.
I thought it was the right move.
Yeah, probably is. It probably is. But what happens now with Kevin and Sammy?
They're talents.
What happens?
They'll figure it out.
Please don't have a feud with them again. I've seen
Yeah,
enough
no,
of
we
that.
can't do
Don't
that.
do that again.
Don't go
Oh,
that
man,
route.
then we lost the balance. Again? They're going to have another feud?
I think they'll have something to do with Cody Rhodes defeating Roman Reigns at
But
some
I
point
think you're
down
right.
the line.
I
right?
think you're very right. Very right. About
We're
that.
going to pass over Roy Rhodes and Grayson Waller, which again,
With Jey Uso joining the war.
yeah.
Not
Rhea
sure what it
Ripley
means,
versus
but-
Raquel Rodriguez. What'd you think of that match?
Not too much. I mean, it was cool. They beat the shit out of each other. That was fine. I mean,
Rhea is built
It was
like.
good.
Is Rhea? Let me ask you this:
Yeah. I'm
Rhea
not fighting her.
and
if that's
China.
Yeah. No, Rhea's in better shape than China.
Is Rhea
Rhea's,
already
Rhea,
as she
first of
surpassed
all,
China?
First of all, Rhea is way more of an athlete than China ever was. China was a specimen.
Agreed.
But she was not an athlete like this woman is. Do I think Rhea has surpassed China? Slow down and get back to me in 5 years after it's more well written. But I'll tell you what, she's well on her way with what she's doing.
Shinsuke Nakamura loses to Seth Rollins, but the feud will continue.
You know what that could mean, don't you?
What does it mean?
It means Nakamura gets to lose again.
That is correct. But
But by the way, though,
I will say
Nakamura kicks it, man. He's great.
The cartoon
Oh, it's great.
intro for Nakamura now, and him speaking total Japanese
Thank you.
is the way to go.
See, that's much closer to the Nakamura that I fell in love with in New Japan.
Understood, and I get it,
You
and
know?
that's the way it should be,
Boy,
right?
was he great in New Japan.
That's
before
the way
he
it
got
should
here.
be.
Yep. Very good match, by the way. Very good match, right?
Yeah.
At any point, did you think Nakamura had a shot?
No, this
Then
one I didn't.
But you thought Chad Gable had a shot
No, but
against Gunther.
I will tell you
That
this.
makes no sense to me.
Because that match had a lot, like his kid was there. and
Yeah.
it kind of gave you the feel like, wait a minute,
they
are they
did that
going to
on
do it?
purpose to make you think that.
But they got me a little bit. I wasn't like
now,
definitely.
hold on a second. With the great Muta sitting right there, you didn't think Nakamura had
No,
a shot?
but what I do think.
I thought he might even interfere.
What I do think is Nakamura has a shot this second time.
I think
around.
he does, too.
Exactly.
I was
Do
cracking
I
the
think
joke,
it's
but-
going to happen?
Probably not.
Probably not. But
It would be
it
nice.
could happen.
I will mark out all over the place if that happens. You know I want him to win a world title before he's done here. He's won everything else. He's won
Does
everything else.
Damian? This is what worried me in that last match at Payback. Mm-hmm. Was it Payback or maybe it was Monday night?
Okay.
Damian Priest is waiting by the TV and Rhea's like, not now.
Not now. Right.
Is there a chance that Damian Priest wins that world title?
I got to be honest. I hope not.
I hope not. Like, I like him a lot. But
and can I say this? Although you won't be surprised that I say this, Damian Priest can't shine Nakamura's boots. You're going to put the belt on freaking
right.
Damian Priest?
You're right.
Get out of here.
all right,
They
with
might,
that,
though.
it's been This Week in Wrestling. Please tune in at 9 o'clock. We got a special show. We're actually got a lot to talk about on the wrestling end. But then we're going to cover Billboard's Top 50 Rock Legends.
Yeah.
It's a list that Billboard just recently put out in August, and Jimmy and I are going to go back and forth with it with your guys' help.
Very good.
All right, and then I got some other stuff I need them to our family to weigh in on because I got a lot to say, and you might actually feel like I'm out of line.
Why's that?
We'll find out at 9 o'clock.
I guess we're going to have to stay tuned. You've been watching This Week in Wrestling, and until next week in wrestling, on behalf of Florida State, later.